All right, and once we've got auth0 out of the way, now let's set up our payment getaway. And for that, we're going to use Stripe. Now here's the deal. Since I'm adding this content later, you might need to install some extra dependencies. Why am I saying might? Well, eventually I will add the components and packages to the Star project. So in that case, obviously, you don't need to install anything. But for those of you who use the original Star project, you will need to install them. First, how do you check? Well, navigate back to your project and in the pages directory, if you have auth wrapper file component, then you don't need to install anything and you can just move on to the next video. However, if you don't have the file, which obviously is my case since I'm using the original Star project, then you need to go back to the previous lecture where I shared the repo. And as a side note, of course, you can navigate through my GitHub repos and get there directly. But this is going to be a link to the main repo of the project. So this is a complete project. Notice this is my GitHub profile. And then the repo name is react-course-comfy-sloth store. And in the README, you're looking for this line of code where you have extra setup and the line is npm install and then bunch of dependencies. And you'll also notice that we're using this at because I would want you to install a specific version. So that way all of us are on the same page and you don't get some weird bugs later on. So copy this line of code and navigate back to your project. So in my case, of course, I'll stop the server and then copy and paste. And of course, now we're installing the dependencies. So once we're done with an install, then of course, let's proceed to a next lecture where we're going to start setting everything up.